hi, gigpreneur. What is happening? What is going on? Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Last Tuesday of the year. Happy Tuesday in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Zimi, and I am somebody who went from corporate America to an online gigpreneur. Who knew? My pancreas shut down, left me unemployable, nothing to fall back on, and I got redirected to this whole online space and this whole gig economy. Now I help folks like you and I just to start a side business, start a side gig, maybe introduce another um, income source to what you already have. I help those guys. And we use social media to grow it. If that resonates with you, if you like it being, flexible, then go to sidegigshawn.com, answer a couple questions, I'll reach out, we'll have that conversation. What's happening? Man, are you excited or are you excited for the new year? The year that's going to be new, 2026, right? Um, I'm excited. I'm kind of excited. I have um, I have a few things planned. I have a few goals in action. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what 2026 is going to do. Um, we'll do a little bit more wrap up tomorrow, but it's going to be fun. I have a big one for you on New Year's Day. Um, give you a little, um, well, it's my anniversary of doing lives. It'll be on the New Year's Day, so that'll be fun. It'll be Thursday, and a couple of announcements to make, and so we'll catch up. I'll get you all all caught up in my world, if you would. So let's go with tonight. This is that time of the year, the new me, the new year, that kind of a thing, right? I got resolutions. You know, we all want better things in our lives and for our lives. We want maybe a better car, a better home, better um, job, better commute. I don't know, better food, better kids, better spouse, maybe. I don't know. We just want them better things. However, why is it that we settle for less? Have you thought about it? I know we have all these, I call it the 1001 excuses. We have all these 1001 excuses, but have you ever thought about that? Like, why is it that we settle for less? We're like, oh, well, this job is good enough. It pays for the bills. Or this car is good. It gets me from A to B, you know. This house is enough, or this apartment is enough, right? Well, there's actually a psychological principle that that says we don't just do what we think. We don't just do things based on what we think we are, who we think we are. We actually figure out who we are first and then do the things based on that. You see, our patterns, the things we do in and out, the things we say to ourselves, all of these things will create a character. And we study that and we say, oh, that's who I am, and therefore I'm going to act based on that. And that's the settle part of us, right? Because we're like, nah, good enough, right? So it's not just because who we think we are. We actually figure out who we are and then act based on that. So if you want a better version for yourself, here's what I've said before. You may hear it as act as if, or walk as if, or I don't know. What else have I heard? All kinds of stuff, right? Fake it until you make it, stuff like that. I actually don't, excuse me, you should not have some chocolate before going live. I'll give you a little proof. But you should not have that chocolate. Anyway, I always say practice as if. Practice as if means practice as if you were the person you wanted to be. Like you were making the amount of money you want. Now, don't make this outrageous where your mind, you get excited, but your mind can't really grasp it, right? If you have not ever made more than $10,000 a month, don't start saying, "Oh, I want to live, $1 million a month." That's great to dream that big, but it's good to also have dreams that are inspiring to us to actually make us make a move, right? So don't make this outrageous, but you want to practice as if, which means you practice the way that person would practice. How would they practice speaking? How would they speak to others? How would they treat other people? How would they treat their business? How would they show up for the business? What would they dress? Um, how would they take their nutrition serious, their sleep serious? So all these little things, if you look at somebody who's successful and you want to follow them, and you appreciate who they are and what they do in the marketplace, then you practice as if. I don't like the whole act as if, because act as if, it says what it is. It's acting, right? Sheena, how are you? I see you on YouTube. So act as if means you're acting. It's not really you. It's not, it doesn't feel right. That's why it's not felt right before when you act as if, right? But when you practice as if, you can put yourself in that position and say, well, how would a person like that practice? How would they show up every day? How would they treat the business? How would they treat other people? Like I said, everything is would become an example for practice as if, right? Now I see you on TikTok. So huge, right? Huge. It's we don't act just because the way we think we are. We study ourselves and then act accordingly. So hey, listen, if you're gonna study yourself, wouldn't you want the better side of you to be studied by you? I would think so, right? The good stuff about you. So let's practice as if the person is in that situation that you want for your life. So I think that's a pretty decent live for a New Year's Eve. And like I said, this is the last Tuesday. And man, 2025. I'm going to wrap it up for you guys tomorrow night. So definitely stop by. It's going to be earlier in the day. And definitely want to stop by. One thing I'll share with you is I don't have resolutions. I actually don't believe in resolutions. And I have a whole other way that I do, quote unquote, my resolutions or changes that I want to make that I think you're going to find pretty interesting. I don't think you've heard it before, unless you've been on one of these um, New Year Eve lives. But I'm excited to share that with you tomorrow night. So hopefully we can get more accomplished in 2026. Hey, listen, if you didn't accomplish anything, which is rare, in 2025, hey, more would mean just one more thing, right? Plans for New Year's Eve? I don't have plans for New Year's Eve. I'm just going to chill. I am ready to get into 2026. I am, yeah, I'm done with 2025. It was, I'll share this stuff tomorrow, but it was exhausting for me. It was really exhausting. So I'm kind of done with 2025. Kind of excited to see, hey, let's go. Let's see what we can do in 26. So yeah, no plans. But yeah, my brain, I feel like it weighs like a ton, you know. After 2025, it was just heavy year for me, heavy year. But anyway, and I've lost a lot of weight. And anyway, we'll talk about this tomorrow. Right? So, but if you're not following, first of all, I don't know why, because I'm super awesome. Follow me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads, and I'm gonna have some new stuff, some old stuff come back in 2026. I'm really excited about. I'm gonna share with you. Like I said, Thursday is the first, and it's my anniversary of doing lives. I'll share that with you on Thursday. Um, I'm arranging for, well, anyway, I want to keep this stuff in until it's time to release. I'll give you my word of the year on Thursday. If you haven't picked a word for your year, this is when you pick one word that is going to just basically, it's going to be your go-to word for the whole entire year. It's going to represent the year. So pick that word and yeah. So practice as if. Anyway, with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. No matter which platform you're on, always go back and check them. Unless you're YouTube, it goes away. So I recommend and suggest, hey, subscribe. Let's go. Subscribe and hit that bell button. Let's go. So, with that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who went from corporate America to an online gigpreneur. It's like, what? Yeah. Not by choice. My pancreas shut down, left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. And that stung. So, now I help folks like you, like me, to start a side business online and we grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, you like that idea, you want to introduce another income source to what you already have, you like it being flexible, you don't mind the hustle. I mean, what else do you want me to tell you? It's all the stuff about everything else. Go to sidegigshawn.com, answer a couple questions so I get to know you, and then I'll reach out. We'll have that conversation. We'll see if it's a fit, and we'll take it from there. And yeah, with that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.